Hare Krishna to everyone. Welcome to Bhakti Sanga Kids presentation. Today, being the auspicious appearance day of Narasimha Dev, the kids of the Damodar group and the Govinda group of the Bhakti Sanga Kids Academy are going to present a drama enacting the pastimes of Prahlad Maharaj and Narasimha Dev. So, presenting to you Prahlad Narasimha drama. Scene 1. The story of the three birds of Jaya and Vijaya.
At the beginning of the process of creation, Lord Brahma created the four Kumaras, or the Chatursana. As the four Kumaras were born from the mind, Manas, by just a desire of Brahma, they are referred to as his Manasaputras. Their names are Sanaka, Sanandana, Sanatana, and Sanat Kumara. They are all embodiments of pure qualities. They did not have any sign of negative qualities like pride, anger, attachment, lust, and material desires. Kama, Krodha, Lobha, Moha, Ahankara, etc. Now, Lord Brahma had created these four Kumaras so that they could help in the process of creation. However, the Kumaras refused his order to proceed and instead devoted themselves to God and celibacy, brahmachari. They requested their father for the boon of remaining perpetually 5 years old.
Being free from material contamination, the Sanat Kumaras traveled throughout the material and spiritual skies without any definite desire. In the spiritual sky, there are spiritual planets known as Vaikunthas, the residence of the Supreme Personality of Godhead and his pure devotees. The great sages, headed by Sanaka, had opened doors everywhere. After passing through the 6 entrances of Vaikuntapuri, the Lord's residence, without feeling astonishment at all the decorations, they saw at the 7th gate 2 shining beings of the same age, Jaya and Vijaya, armed with maces and adorned with the most valuable jewelry, earrings, diamonds, helmets, garments, etc. The 2 doormen were garlanded with fresh flowers, which attracted intoxicated bees, and which were placed around their necks and between their 4 blue arms. From their arched eyebrows, discontented nostrils, and reddish eyes, they appeared somewhat agitated.
Dear Brahmana, stop there and get back. You cannot open the door and get to our Lord.
Go back the way you came. Who are these 2 persons who have developed such a discerning mentality? Even though they are posted in the service of the Lord in the highest position and are expected to develop the same qualities as the Lord?
How are these 2 persons living in Vaikuntha?
Where's the possibility of the enemy coming to the kingdom of God? The Supreme Personality of Godhead doesn't have any enemy.
Who can be enemies of him? Probably these 2 persons are pretenders. Therefore, they think others to bribe themselves.
Therefore, let us consider how these 2 contaminated persons should be punished.
The punishment should be apt so that they did the mercy of Lord.
Since these 2 Dwalapalakas, gatekeepers, find you guilty from the existence of Vaikuntha life, they are contaminated and they should be removed from this divine place. They should be born as mortals on earth.
At that very moment, the Lord, who is called Padmanabha because of the lotus grown from his navel, and who is the delight of righteous, learned about the insult offered by his own servants to the saints. Accompanied by his consort, the goddess of fortune, the Lord, appeared before them.
O Lord, we offer our respectful obeisances unto your eternal form as the Supreme Personality of Godhead, which you have so kindly manifested for us.
Your supreme, eternal form cannot be seen by unfortunate, less intelligent persons, but we are so much satisfied in our mind and vision to see it. These attendants of mine, Jaya and Vijaya, have committed a great offense against you because of ignoring me. O great sages, I approve of the punishment. You who are devoted to me have meted out to them.
O my lord, whatever punishment you wish to award to these two innocent persons and to us, we should accept it without duplicity. We understand that we have caused two faultless persons.
O Brahmanas, note that the punishment you inflicted on them was originally ordained by me, and therefore they will have to take a birth in a demonic family. But they will be firmly united with me through mental concentration, intensified with anger, and return to my presence shortly.
O Lord, please forgive us, for a Brahmana's curse cannot be counteracted by any kind of weapon.
It is quite apt that we have been punished for neglecting to respect sages, but we pray that due to your compassion, our repentance, the illusion of forgetting the Supreme Personality of Godhead will not come upon us as we go progressively downward.
Depart this place, but fear not. All glory is unto you. Though I'm capable of nullifying the Brahmana's curse, I would not do so. On the contrary, it's my approval. You now have two choices. First is to take 7 births on earth as the devotee of Vishnu, while the second is to take 3 births as my enemy. After serving either of these sentences, you can retain your stature at Vaikuntha.
O Lord, we cannot bear to be away from you for too long.
Yes, my Lord, we do not want to be in this material world for 7 long lifetimes. We want to come back to your abode as soon as possible. So we'll take the second option of taking 3 birds as your enemy.
Oh, Jay and Vijaya, please do not worry. You will be born as demons for 3 lives and come back to me eventually.
Therefore, 2 attendants of the Lord in Vaikuntha named Jaya and Vijaya became Hiranyakashipu and Hiranyaksha in the Satya Yuga, Ravana and Kumbhakarna in the Treta Yuga, and as Shishupal and Dantavakra at the end of Dwapar Yuga. Because of their fruitive acts, Jaya and Vijaya agreed to become the Lord's enemies, and when killed in that mentality, they attain salvation in oneness.
Scene 2. Hiranyakashipu angered by Hiranyaksha's death.
Thus, Hiranyaksha and Hiranyakashipu are born as the 2 sons of sage Kashyapa and his wife Diti. Then, Lord Vishnu, in the form of Varaha the boar, killed Hiranyaksha, and so Hiranyakashipu was extremely angry and began to lament.
O Danavas and Daityas, my very insignificant enemies, the demigods, have combined to kill my very dear and obedient well-wisher, my brother Hiranyaksha. Although the Supreme Lord Vishnu is always equal to both of us, namely, this time, being devotedly worshipped by the demigods, he has taken their side and helped them kill Hiranyaksha. Although he is the Supreme Person, now influenced by Maya, he has assumed the form of a boar to please his devotees, just as a restless child leads towards someone.
So saying, Hiranyakashipu began to agitate all the demons and Rakshasas and disturb the ritualistic ceremonies of the peaceful sages and other people of the earth. Because of this, the demigods were wandering unseen on earth.
Scene 3. Indra kidnapping Queen Kayadu.
Hiranyakashipu wanted to become immortal, to not have any opponent, to not be attacked by old age and diseases. Thus, he wanted to become the absolute ruler of the entire universe. With this desire, Hiranyakashipu entered the valley of Mandara mountain and began practicing a severe type of austerity and meditation. Meanwhile, Queen Kayadu, who was carrying a baby in her womb, was in the chambers and taking advantage of the situation. Indra suddenly enters.
Ha ha ha, Kayadu! I have heard that your husband has gone to seek a favor from Lord Brahma. I am sure that he will not come alive. I am going to kill the son in your womb so that the demon will have no heir.
Oh, Indra, you know how powerful my husband, the king of the demons. When he returns back, he will be more powerful than ever. So if you dare to trouble my child and me, he will not spare you.
I cannot leave you and your baby, which is a threat to the demigods. Come on, I shall drag you from here.
Indra, it's not fair to kidnap a helpless woman. You will surely be punished for this. No, please leave me.
While Indra was traveling towards heaven with Kayadu, Narada Muni sees him on the way and stops him.
Narayana. Oh, India, the king of demigods. This woman is certainly sinless. You should not go off in this merciless way. This woman is a wife of another. Narayana.
In the womb of this woman, the wife of the demon Hiranyakashipu is the seed of that great demon. Therefore, let her remain in our custody until her child is delivered. Then we shall release her.
Narayana.
The child.
The child within this woman's womb is faultless and sinless. Indeed, he is a great devotee and the powerful servant of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. You will not able to be kill him. Narayana.
Narada Muni, I trust you and respect your words. I release her now.
Narayana. My dear child, please remain at my ashrama until I will love your husband. I will take care of you and your child until he is born. Narayana.
Oh, great sage, thank you for sharing mercy on me and my baby. I'm giving a shelter at your place.
Narad Muni takes Kayadu to his ashrama and preaches to her about the glories of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Although Kayadu used to fall asleep due to tiredness, the baby within her womb used to listen intently to Narad Muni's instructions, which helped him to be a very learned and sincere devotee of the Lord.
Scene 4. Hiranyakashipu's penance and demigods seeking shelter from Lord Brahma.
In the valley of Mandara hill, Hiranyakashipu began performing his tapas by standing with his toes on the ground, keeping his arms upward and looking toward the sky. This position was extremely difficult, but he accepted it as a means to attain perfection. Because of Hiranyakashipu's severe penance, fire came from his head, and this fire and its smoke spread throughout the sky, encompassing all the upper and lower planets. All the rivers and oceans were agitated, and the surface of the globe with its mountains and islands began trembling, and the stars and planets fell. All directions were ablaze, extremely disturbed because of Hiranyakashipu's severe penance. All the demigods left their planets where they reside and went to the planet of Lord Brahma. O Lord of the demigods, O Master of the universe, because of Hiranyakashipu's severe tapas, we have become so disturbed that we could not stay in our planets but have come to you.
O Chief of the universe, kindly stop these disturbances before all your subjects are annihilated. O Lord, you're the master of these three worlds. Please take whatever steps you feel are needed.
I understand what is happening. I shall immediately start along with Brigu and Daksha and other great sages to Hiranyakashipu and see what can be done.
Scene 5. Hiranyakashipu getting a benediction.
Lord Brahma appears before Hiranyakashipu.
O son of Kashyapa Muni, please get up. Please get up. All good fortune unto you. You are now perfect in the performance of your austerities, and therefore I may give you benediction. Now you may ask me whatever you desire, and I shall try to fulfill your wish.
O my lord, O best of the givers of benediction, kindly grant me the benediction of immortal life.
O Hiranyakashipu, everyone who has taken birth has to leave this material world. How can I go to eternity when I myself am not eternal? Ask for something else.
O my lord, please let me not meet death from any living entities created by you. Grant me that I do not die inside or outside any residence, during the daytime or at night, nor on the ground or in the sky. Grant me that my death not be brought by any being other than those created by you, nor by any weapon, nor by any human being or animal. Grant me that my death not be brought by any entity, living or non-living. Grant me further that I may not be killed by any demigod or demon, or by any great snake from the lower planets. Since no one can kill you in the battlefield, you have no competitor. Therefore, grant me the benediction that I too may have no rival. Give me sole lordship over all living entities and presiding deities, and give me all glories obtained by that position. Furthermore, give me all mystic powers attained by long austerities and the practice of yoga, for these cannot be lost at any time.
O Hiranyakashipu, these benedictions you have asked are difficult to obtain for most men. Nonetheless, O my son, I shall grant you them.
After he received these benedictions, his body, which had been almost entirely consumed, was revived with full beauty and luster like gold. Nonetheless, he continued to be envious of Lord Vishnu. Hiranyakashipu conquered everyone in the 10 directions and the 3 worlds, and brought all living entities, both demigods and asuras, under his control. Becoming the master of all places, including the residence of Indra, whom he had driven out, he began enjoying life in great luxury and thus became mad. Eventually, all the living entities within the universe, represented by the demigods headed by Brahma, went to Lord Vishnu.
O Supreme Lord, we pray to relieve from Hiranyakashipu's rules. Having obtained boons from me, he has been tormenting all the demigods and the people out of his arrogance, and has disturbed the kingdom of Indra and stopped all pious activities in the world.
You all would be saved from the fearful conditions created by Hiranyakashipu. Since Hiranyakashipu is the oppressor of all the demigods, the followers of the Vedas, the cows, the brahmanas, and the religious saintly persons, and envious to me, he will be killed very soon. Hiranyakashipu's last exploit would be the torment of his own son, Prahlad, who will be a Mahabhagata and an exalted Vaishnava. Then his life would end.
Scene 6. Hiranyakashipu and Prahlad Sambhashana.
From the very beginning of his childhood, Prahlad Maharaj was uninterested in childish playthings. Indeed, he gave them up altogether and remained silent and dull, being fully absorbed in Krishna consciousness. Since he was always absorbed in thoughts of Krishna, he did not care much even for his bodily necessities. Because of his association with perfect, unalloyed devotees, he constantly engaged in the service of the Lord's lotus feet.
Prahlad Maharaj was sent to school to learn from the 2 sons of Sukracharya named Sanda and Amarka. Although the teachers tried to educate the boy Prahlad in politics, economics, and other material activities. He did not care for their instructions. Instead, he continued to be a pure devotee. Prahlad Maharaj never liked the idea of discriminating between one's friends and enemies, because he was spiritually inclined. He was equal toward everyone. One day, the king of demons, Hiranyakashipu, took his son Prahlad on his lap and very affectionately inquired about who is greatest. Let's see what Prahlad says.
My dear son, please let me know what you think is the best of all that knowledge you have studied from your teachers.
O King of the demons, I have learned from my spiritual master that any person born in this material world is always in anxiety because this world is a temporary place full of misery. Therefore, to get out of this miserable condition, one should go to the forest and should take shelter of the Supreme Personality of Godhead.
Ha ha ha! Thus is the intelligence of this children spoiled by the words of the enemy. My dear demons, give complete protection to this boy at Gurukula, where he is instructed, so that his intelligence will not be further influenced by Vaishnavas who may go there in disguise.
Scene 7. Gurukula.
Prahlad is here again. How are you, dear Prahlad? Oh, Prahlad, my friend, you don't look happy. Anything wrong? Prahlad, were you offended by your father again? Oh no, my dear friends. I was just thinking that out of the 100 years of life for a person who cannot control his senses, half of his lifetime goes away in sleep at night. Another 20 years go away in childhood and boyhood. Another 20 years in old age when one is invalid. A person attached to family life loses the rest of the 10 years also. The happiness that we get from this material body comes anyway, according to our past karma. Narayana is the Supreme Personality of Godhead, the Father of all living entities. Anyone can please Him by worshipping Him sincerely with faith. Therefore, give up your demonic nature and show mercy to all living entities by preaching to them about devotional service. Prahlad, where did you learn all these? I got this knowledge from the great sage Narada Muni, who is always engaged in devotional service. This knowledge is scientific and logical. I don't think we understand much of what you said. How did you learn and understand all this? My dear friends, if you can place your faith in my words, simply by that faith, you can also understand everything what I said. Therefore, my dear friends, your duty is to take to Krishna consciousness, which can burn the seed of our future activities. One should always remember the Supreme Personality of Godhead as the Paramatma and should offer respect to every living entity according to his position. Om Namo Narayana, Om Namo Narayana, Om Namo Narayana.
Stop it, boys. Go away.
Dear son Prahlad, all peace and good fortune unto you. Kindly do not speak the lies. These boys you see are not like you. How has your intelligence been spoiled in this way? Oh, best of your family, has this pollution of your intelligence been brought by you or by the enemies? We are all your teachers. Please tell us the truth.
Let me offer my respectful obeisances unto the Supreme Personality of Godhead, whose external energy has created these distinctions of my friend and my enemy. By his mercy, one who worships him sincerely becomes a pandita and thinks every one of us is eternal servant of God. And therefore we are not different from one another. O Brahmanas, my consciousness is attracted by Lord Vishnu, who carries a disc in his hand. Thus, I have no independence.
The great soul Prahlad Maharaj became silent after saying this to his teachers, Shanda and Amarka, the seminal sons of Sukracharya. These so-called Brahmanas then became angry at him. Because they were servants of Hiranyakashipu, they were very sorry and chastised Prahlad Maharaj.
Scene 8, Hiranyakashipu and Prahlad.
For some time, the teachers, Sanda and Amarka, thought that Prahlad Maharaj was sufficiently educated in the diplomatic affairs of pacifying public leaders, appeasing them by giving them elective posts, dividing and ruling over them, and punishing them in cases of disobedience. Then, one day after Prahlada's mother had personally washed the boy and dressed him nicely with sufficient ornaments, they presented him before his father. When Hiranyakashipu saw that his child had fallen at his feet and was offering obeisances, as an affectionate father, he immediately began showering blessings upon the child and embraced him with both arms. A father naturally feels happy to embrace his son, and Hiranyakashipu became very happy in this way.
My dear Prahlad, my dear son, O long-lived one, for so much time you heard many things from your teachers. Now please repeat to me whatever you think is the best of all that knowledge.
Shravanam Kirtanam Vishnu Smaranam Pada Sevanam Archanam Vandanam Dasam Sakyam Atmani Vedanam Iti Pumsa Pita Vishnu Bhaktischennavalakshana Yata Bhagavati Yadda Tanmanyedi Tamuttamam. Hearing, chanting, remembering, serving the lotus feet of the Lord, worshipping, offering, praying to the Lord, becoming his servant, and considering the Lord's one's best friend, and surrendering. These 9 processes are accepted as pure devotional service. One who has dedicated his life to the service of Krishna through these 9 methods is believed to be the most learned person.
O unqualified, most heinous son of a Brahmana, you have disobeyed my order and taken shelter in the party of my enemies. You have taught this poor boy about devotional service? What is this nonsense?
O enemy of King Indra, O king, whatever your son Prahlad has said was not taught to him by me or anyone else. His spontaneous devotional service has naturally developed in him. Therefore, please give up your anger and do not accuse us. It is not good to insult a Brahmana.
Almost fallen of our family. If you have not received this knowledge from your teachers, where have you gotten it?
Because of their uncontrolled senses, persons too attached to materialistic life make progress towards hellish conditions. Their inclinations toward Krishna are never aroused either by themselves or by others.
After Prahlad Maharaj had spoken in this way and became silent, Hiranyakashipu, blinded by anger, threw him off his lap and onto the ground.
Oh demons! Take this boy away from me! He deserves to be killed! Kill him as soon as possible! This boy Prahlad has given up his family to engage in devotional service of my enemy, Lord Vishnu.
Hiranyakashipu tried to kill his son by throwing him beneath the big feet of elephants, throwing him among huge fearful snakes, employing destructive spells, hurling him from the top of a hill, conjuring up illusory tricks and ministering poison, starving him, exposing him to severe cold, wind, fire and water, and by throwing heavy stones. But in vain, when Hiranyakashipu found that he could not in any way harm Prahlad, who was completely sinless, he was in great anxiety about what to do next.
Scene 9. Narasimha Dev appears.
By whose power have you become so impudent that you appear fearless and overstep my power to rule you?
My dear king, the source of my strength is also the source of yours. In fact, without him, no one can get any strength. My dear father, please give up your demonic mentality and be equal towards everyone. The uncontrolled mind is the only enemy within this world. When one sees everyone equally, one then comes to the position of worshipping the Lord perfectly.
You are trying to minimize my value as if you were better than me at controlling the senses. This is over-intelligent. I can therefore understand that you desire to die at my hands, for this kind of nonsensical talk is enjoyed by those about to die. O most unfortunate Prahlad, you have always described a supreme being other than me, a supreme being who is above everything and who is all-pervading. But where is he? If he is everywhere, then why is he not present before me in this pillar? Because you're speaking so much nonsense, I shall now sever your head from your body. Now let me see your most worshipful God come to protect you. I want to see it.
Being obsessed with anger, Hiranyakashipu, who was very great in bodily strength, thus chastised his exalted devotee son Prahlad with harsh words. Cursing him again and again, Hiranyakashipu took up his sword, got up from his royal throne, and with great anger struck his fist against the pillar.
By whose power have you become so impudent that you appear fearless and overstep my power to rule you? A big fight takes place. Narasimha Dev takes Hiranyakashipu on his lap and rips his stomach apart and pulls out the intestines and drinks his blood.
Keshavadrita Nararirupa Jai Jagadisha Hare Jai Jagadisha Hare Jai Nashingadev 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 Jai Nashingadev Jai Prahlad Maharaj Prahlad Maharaj Prahlad Maharaj Jai Prahlad Maharaj
Tava kara kamala vare enaka adbhuta shringam dalita hiranyakashipu tanabringam keshavadrita narahari rupa jai jagadisha hare jai jagadisha hare Jai Jagadisha Hare.
The
demigods then approached the Lord. The demigods headed by Lord Brahma, King Indra, and Lord Shiva, and included great saintly persons and the residents of different lokas. All of them came near the Lord, glowed with intense light. They individually offered their obeisances and prayers, their hands folded at their heads.
My Lord, you are unlimited and you possess unending potencies. No one can estimate or calculate your prowess and wonderful influence. For your actions are never polluted by the material energy through the material qualities. You very easily create the universe, maintain it, and again and highlight it. Yet you remain the same without deterioration. I therefore offer my respectful obeisances unto you, my Lord.
The end of the millennium is the time of your anger. Now that this insignificant demon, Hiranyakashipu, has been killed, oh my Lord, who are naturally affectionate to your devotee, kindly put his son Prahlad, who is standing nearby your fully centered devotee.
O Supreme Lord, you are our deliverer and protector. Our shields of sacrifices, which are actually yours, have been recovered from the demon by you. Because the demonic king Hiranyakashipu was most fearsome, our hearts, which are your permanent abode, were all overtaken by him. Now by your presence, the gloom and darkness in our hearts have been dissipated. My dear Goddess Lakshmi, since the Supreme Lord has situated you within his heart, you are very dear to him. So please pacify Lord Narasimhadev. He is none other than the Supreme Lord Vishnu.
My dear Brahma, although I constantly serving the Supreme Lord by being situated in his heart, I never seen a wonderful, extraordinary form of the Lord. Seeing this form, I am overtaken by fear, so I will not dare approach him.
My dear son Prahlad, Lord Narasimhadev is extremely angry at your demonic father. Please go forward and appease the Lord.
When Lord Narasimhadev saw the small boy Prahlad Maharaj prostrated at the soles of his lotus feet, he became most ecstatic in affection toward his devotee. Raising Prahlada, the Lord placed his lotus hand upon the boy's head, because his hand is always ready to create fearlessness in all of his devotees.
How is it possible for me, who have been born in a family of asuras, to offer good prayers to satisfy the Supreme Lord? Your appearance is in this fearsome form is your pastime and is meant for the protection of the universe. My Lord Narasimhadev, please give up your anger. Now that my father, the great demon Hiranyakashipu, has been killed, all the worlds are happy because of the death of this demon. They will always remember your auspicious incarnation in order to be free from fear.
My dear Prahlad, most gentle one, best of the family of the Asuras, all good fortune unto you. May you live a long time. One cannot understand me without pleasing me, but one who has seen or pleased me has nothing there for which to lament for his own satisfaction. I am very pleased with you. It is my pleasure to fulfill the desires of all living beings. So therefore you may ask from me any benediction that you desire to be fulfilled.
My dearest Lord, being born in a family of asuras, I am naturally attached to material enjoyment. I am very much afraid of material conditions. I and I want to be liberated from it. That is why I have taken shelter of your lotus feet. Oh my Lord, if you at all want to give a benediction to me, then I pray from your Lordship that I become free from all material desires.
My dear Prahlad, a devotee like you never desires any kind of material opulences, either in this life or in the next. However, I order you to enjoy the opulences of the demons in this material world until the end of duration, time occupied by Manu.
O Supreme Lord, because you are so merciful to the fallen souls, I ask you for only one boon. I know that my father has already been purified by a glance upon him, but because he didn't know about your supremacy, has been angry at you for no reason. So he committed very sinful activities directed against me, your devotee. I wish that he be excused for these sinful activities.
My dear Prahlad, most pure, O great saintly person, your father has been purified along with 21 forefathers in your family. Because you were born in this family, the entire dynasty has been purified.
Whenever and wherever there are peaceful, equipoised devotees who are well behaved and decorated with all good qualities, that place and the nasties there, even if condemned, are purified. Those who follow the example of Prahlad Maharaj will naturally become the pure devotee of Lord Vishnu. Bhakta Prahlad Maharaj is the best example for a devotee of Lord Vishnu. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna.